Welcome our student in pharmacy and medical laboratory science. Today we will talk about reproductive system of male and female with Dr. Rabab Muhammad Bashir. This is about female reproductive system. This system consists of internal organ and external organ. The internal organ firstly include this part. This is called ovary. Ovary, it is primary organ, oval in shape. Its function produce ovum, and sex hormone of female. Second part, this tube, which is called uterine tube, which connect ovary with uterus. It has 4 parts: infundibulum, ampulla, and this part, it is site of fertilization, and isthmus, and finally the last part inside uterus, which is called intramural part. Function of uterine tube: it is site of fertilization and convey ovum from ovary to uterus. This uterus, third part of internal genital organ. From inside, we make section like this to see uterus from inside. This is uterus. Hollow muscular organ consists of 3 parts: fundus, body, and finally this lower part called cervix. The uterus has 3 layers: endometrium, myometrium, and outer layer called epimetrium. Function of uterus: site of implantation and developing of baby or fetus, and protection of this fetus. Fourth organ, here this is vagina. The vagina is musculo-membranous tube, about 8 to 10 in length. It has upper part connect with uterus, and lower part here connect to outside, and this part here covered by small membrane called hymen membrane. It's about vagina. Function of vagina is the site of menstrual cycle, discharge or passing of bleeding, and site of sexual intercourse, and called birth canal or site of transmission of baby to outside. This is about internal organ of female reproductive system. Okay, let's go to see the external genital organ. External genital organ, this about parts of external genital organ. Here this part called mons pubis, and this part called labia majora, skin folding, labia majora, this right one, and this is left one. Medial to it, this part called labia minora, this one, right one, and this one, left one. 2 labia majora, 2 labia minora. In between here, this is vaginal opening or opening of vagina, and when make sagittal section like this, here we can see this organ, small one called clitoris. This responsible for sensation during sexual intercourse. This is about external genitalia. Finally, the last thing here, this mammary gland. We consider this mammary gland as a part of genital organ or external genital organ. Mammary gland is a modified sweat gland, consists of lobules, number of lobules, 15 to 20 in number. All these lobules open in small ducts here. All these ducts collect to open finally in this part, which is called nipple, and this nipple surrounded by pigmented area or dark area here called areola. And as we know, the mammary gland, it is site of lactation of baby. This gland, it become not functioning until birth occur. Thank you. This male reproductive system also consists of internal organ and external organ. Firstly, we will begin with internal organ. Internal organ here, this called testis. Testis is covered by skin from outside, and when we remove skin, it looks like this. Okay, so this is a testis. This ovoid structure. Function of testis is produce sperm, or these factories of sperm, and secretes male hormones like testosterone. Here behind to testis, this structure called epididymis is very long tube, about 6 meters in length, and this tube is site of store and maturation of sperm. So after testis produces sperm, the sperm go to this part and stay for 4 weeks, then move upward through the vas deferens. So this is gland, so this duct called epididymis. Above to epididymis, this gland, this duct called vas deferens. Vas deferens ascend upward, then enter inside male body like this. Enter here through opening and passes behind the urinary bladder. This duct called vas deferens. Function of this duct transmit or convey sperm from outside to inside. So the vas deferens convey sperm from outside to inside. As we see here, this part, posterior view of bladder, this bladder, and this vas deferens, lateral to it, this structure called seminal vesicle. The seminal vesicle is gland that secrete fluid, represent about 60% of semen. Like here in this model, okay, you can see more clear. Here, this is vas deferens, right one, left one, and this is gland which is called seminal vesicle, right one and left one. We make section, sagittal section, to see the remainder structure or the remainder. This part or below to urinary bladder, the other gland called prostate gland. Prostate gland. This prostate gland secrete fluid that enhance the motility of sperm. Inside gland, you can see a small structure here. This duct called ejaculatory duct. Ejaculatory duct, which is formed by union of two ducts, vas deferens or duct deferens and seminal vesicle duct. Below to prostate gland, here the small gland, here this one called pulpourethral gland or Cooper gland. This gland secrete fluid that clean urethra from remnants of urine. Okay, as we know, the sperm cannot live in acidic media. So this gland secrete fluid clean urethra of male. Finally, the external part or the external genital organ here, this part called penis. Penis, function of this part is transmit sperm in the vagina of female. Part after we talk about penis, this out part or external genitalia, this part called scrotum. The scrotum is a skin pouch that covers testes from outside. This pouch, it expands or contract to close or far away the testes from body according to the weather. Okay, when the weather is very cold, this pouch contract to pull testes towards the body and vice versa.